What's up YouTube, it's your boy Nash here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another episode of WWE's Biggest Issue. Now this week's episode with WrestleMania now in the record books, there are so many questions that have been left unanswered, including the big question of who in the hell is going to take the undisputed Universal title off of Roman Reigns after his victory over the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes last night on WrestleMania Sunday, which I will be talking about that match here in a bit. I'm gonna be honest, looking at this card, I'm being honest, I was fairly surprised with what I was fairly surprised by how, by the reaction that WWE received after this card. It was insane. It was pretty insane. I will say that. But for this week's episode, I'm gonna be giving you guys a full in-depth review of WrestleMania across both nights, including revealing the result of the matches, just like I did last night. So hopefully you guys are ready for this episode. If you guys are, and you guys want more episodes of WWE's Biggest Issue, which get posted every Monday, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description below, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And guys, we are now officially 46 subs away from 200, and as I've said in previous videos, as you guys can see, I have a Korean Strike of Neos booster box. I will open this up only when the channel gets to 200 subs. But if the channel gets to 1,000 subs, I will open up this this first edition Toon Chaos booster box. So if you guys want to see those boxes get opened, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, you guys, because I'm telling you, we might pull the big chase cards. We just might. So with that being said, let's get straight into it. Kicking these off with night one, we had the match between Austin Theory and John Cena for the United States title. This was a rather interesting matchup because because as I talked about as I mentioned last night, it was basically the clear case of the young gun facing off against the old gun, and this one was no different. This was basically a back and forth match. This was Austin Theory's chance to prove that he is indeed who he says he is, which is the Now. This was his chance, and he took that chance by the balls. And I mean that quite literally, because he hit John Cena low and was able to hit A-Town down onto Cena to retain the title. And now, obviously now the question becomes, what happens next? Where does Austin Theory go from here? This was basically here's the thing. This was a match that John Cena didn't need. He didn't need to be a part of WrestleMania like he didn't need to be last year. Last year he missed it. He missed out on WrestleMania. In fact, he missed out on, as far as being a competitor, he missed out on WrestleMania 35, 37, and last year's WrestleMania. He missed only 3 WrestleManias since his time in WWE. Yes, and also to WrestleMania 19. He missed out on WrestleMania 19, even though he was on the show, what was it, Sunday Night Heat? other than that, he missed out on like 4 WrestleManias, which it's not the end. It's not the. It's never the end. The end of the world. Cena can compete in any other WrestleMania that he wanted to, but this one was a bit of an interesting one. It was a great way for. It was a great way for Austin Theory to prove to himself that, to prove to himself, to Cena, and to the entire WWE universe that he can hang with the big guns. And I mean that, and I mean with, guys like Cena, guys like Edge. And in fact, earlier this year in Canada, he actually defended the United States title against Edge in an instant classic until Finn Balor showed up, of course. But I'm giving this one 3 stars. This was a really good match. It was a great way to get Austin Theory to like not to main event status, but to the status where he could potentially be in the main event of a premium live event for his United States title. So again, 3 stars, easy. Next up, we got the Fatal 4-Way Men's WrestleMania Showcase match that featured the team of the Viking Raiders, the Street Profits, Alpha Academy, and the team of Braun Strowman and Ricochet. Now, as I mentioned in my video last night, bodies were being thrown everywhere. Montez Ford flying from the top rope from the top rope. Ricochet hitting a shooting star press from the ring ropes, not the turnbuckles, the ropes themselves, onto the outside onto a pile of bodies. And right when Braun Strowman was about to do the Strowman Express, which he goes around the ring and does a shoulder tackle, Angelo Dawkins, boom, pushed him. Like, that was the damnedest thing I've ever seen. Street Profits ended up picking up the victory by having I think Tez pin Ricochet to win the WrestleMania Showcase match, which obviously could potentially put them in line for a shot at the Undisputed Tag Team Champions, which are now Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, which is awesome. Now the question becomes, again, don't worry, we'll get to that in a bit, but the question becomes, could we see the Street Profits go at singles gold in the future? And it's possible, but only time will tell. This one was incredible. This was a great way to help further elevate these 4 teams to a point where they could potentially fall in line for a shot at the tag titles. And not gonna lie, now that the Usos are no longer champions, the Street Profits can actually go after said tag team titles, even other tag teams as well, such as the New Day, the Viking Raiders as well. But this one is definitely another 3-star match. Not much else to say about that. Next up, we got we have Logan Paul versus Seth freaking Rollins, and guys, yeah, cough drops. No, they're not Hall's cough drops. I actually have this bag. Oh, wait a minute, I actually do have some Halls. Okay, never mind. I did have Halls. I thought I didn't. Oh well. Oh well. Well, I do have Halls. That's crazy. That's crazy, people. That is crazy. Ripped. Oh well. Logan Paul versus Seth freaking Rollins was a rather interesting matchup, if you will. Because for one, we now know that Logan Paul's contract is up, and we found out last night in a backstage interview that he's done. He's officially done with WWE. Even though rumors were swirling that he was signed to a multi-year deal. So he's done. I'm assuming he's officially done with WWE. But this was a great way for Seth Rollins to help get Logan Paul over with the fans again, compared to last time. Last time he was in the ring. He was in the men's Royal Rumble, and it didn't go the way he wanted it. Literally did not go the way he wanted it, but it is what it is. So aside from KSI getting his ass handed to him by a frog splash from Logan Paul, Seth Rollins picked up the victory by hitting Logan Paul with a huge stomp. And now Rollins can finally put Logan Paul behind him and focus on what matters most, and that is the United States title, or perhaps even the undisputed Universal title, which is a very, very high possibility. This one, I'm gonna give it 3 stars again, just only because of the fact that despite how the story was told between Rollins and Logan, it didn't have that it factor. It didn't have that big, like, holy shit moment. Aside from KSI getting his ass handed to him by a Logan Paul frog splash, it just wasn't there. It just was not there. So I'm giving it 3 stars. Speaking of Seth Rollins, we got Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Lita against Damage Control. This was another one of those matches that actually, shockingly enough, had that holy shit moment. And what was it? None other than Io Sky hitting a moonsault on everybody that was on the floor from the top rope. Absolutely insane. But it was the only way to end the rivalry between Damage Control and Becky Lynch, which dates all the way back to SummerSlam last year, where we saw where we actually did see where we actually saw if I can. Yeah, where that it was where we saw Bianca Belair and Becky Lynch actually kick off SummerSlam for the Raw Women's title, and that was when we saw Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky return, which was incredible. But a manhandle slam to Bayley from the second row gave Becky Lynch and her team the victory. This one, absolutely incredible. I'm giving this one 3.5 stars. I'm gonna give it half a star up. Just incredible, absolutely incredible. Not much else to say about this matchup, except the fact that now that Becky Lynch has put Damage Control in the rearview mirror, the question now becomes, where do Trish and Lita, Becky Lynch and Lita go from here as the women's tag team champions? Where do they go from there? Honestly, there's no telling. For all we know, we could potentially see them. Sorry guys, my desk moved. Anyway, for all we know, we could potentially see Lynch, Becky Lynch and Lita defend the women's tag team titles at Backlash in San Juan, Puerto Rico. For all we know, which is a possibility, but we don't know for sure. We'll probably find out tonight on Raw, and I'm telling you guys, the fallout is going to be gnarly. you guys know when it comes to the Raw after WrestleMania, it always just gets gnarlier and gnarlier and gnarlier every year. This year might, who knows? Who knows what can happen? Next up, we have a very interesting matchup where we see Dominic Mysterio do battle with his own father, Rey Mysterio, with Rey's wife Angie and his daughter Aaliyah sitting at ringside. And this was one that actually caught my attention. The reason being is because we got to see Rey Mysterio take the belt off of his gear and just whip Dom's ass. Literally just clapped them cheeks. Clapped them cheeks like he was a little baby. And honestly, when it comes to the WWE, Dominic Mysterio, he's still a baby. He's still a baby. Obviously, yes, yeah, it's true that he's a former tag team champion, but let's be real. Dom still has a long way to go. And even with Dom, once again disrespecting his mom Angie and his sister Aaliyah, Angie just bitch slapped him. Literally just bitch slapped the fuck out of Dominic Mysterio. It was insane. And we even also got to see an appearance from Finn Balor and Damian Priest. Like, I don't know why they would get involved, because that was family business. That was not Judgment Day business. That was family business. And we got to see Bad Bunny join the Spanish commentary team, getting involved in the match as well. We saw the rest of the Latino World Order, Legado del Fantasma, show up as well and help Rey. It was insane. It was probably one of the best outside brawls I had seen ever. But at the end, a 619 and a frog splash to Dom. 1, 2, 3, it was done. But Rey even said in a backstage interview, he did not complete his mission, which was to teach Dom a lesson. Now he did not complete it. So, but with this next matchup, with spoiler, with Rhea Ripley now as the SmackDown Women's Champion, I can tell you now, Judgment Day is going to be going after. Is going to go after the Latino World Order with just pent up rage after what happened WrestleMania weekend. It's not going to be pretty, but the matchup between Rey Mysterio and his son Dom, this was incredible. This is an easy 4-star match. Like, you cannot come up with a better matchup than that. Like, I know the last time we had a father versus son match, which was what WrestleMania 17, if I remember correctly, between Vince McMahon and Shane McMahon, if I remember right. But that was it. This was only the second time in WrestleMania history. But with that being said, spoiler alert, Rhea Ripley did defeat Charlotte Flair to become SmackDown Women's Champion. Now she's the only person in WWE to hold the Raw, SmackDown, NXT, and the NXT UK Women's titles, as well as the WWE Women's Tag Team titles as well. That right there is history. Like, she's the ultimate Grand Slam champion. Obviously, yes, if she wanted to, she could team up with someone, and they could go after the NXT Women's Tag Team titles. It's possible she could go after the Money in the Bank briefcase. She could do all those things and become the ultimate Grand Slam champion. You know, kind of similar to how Sheamus is. You know, winning King of the Ring, Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank. Becoming a multi-time world champion, becoming a multi-time U.S. champion, multi-time tag team champion. It's possible, but only time will tell. But this was an easy 4-star class. 4 stars, easy. There's not much to say about it. Not much to say about it. 4 stars, easy. This was a great way for Rhea Ripley to right the wrongs of the past that happened 3 years ago, where Charlotte Flair beat Rhea Ripley. This time Rhea Ripley beats Charlotte Flair. So now they're tied now they're tied 1 apiece. So the question becomes, could we see a rematch at Backlash? It's possible, but we don't know. Just much respect to Rhea. Much respect to her. All I gotta say is best of luck in that title run as SmackDown Women's Champion. Best of luck. 4 stars easy. Not saying much. Then of course we had an impromptu matchup between The Miz and Pat McAfee. We saw Pat McAfee on Saturday make his return back to WWE since the Royal Rumble. And again, even though this was like a 2-minute match, like maybe a 3-minute match or whatever, this is still 3 stars. Pat McAfee 2-0 at WrestleMania. Not much else to say about that. Not much else. Pat McAfee definitely has the potential to become a full-time WWE superstar. Not sure if he would or not, but who knows. Then, of course, we had the main event of Night 1. This was, I don't even know what to say. When it comes to the Usos, they were tag team champions for 620 days. Think about that, guys. 620 days, which dates all the way back to Money in the Bank in 2021, where they actually defeated the Mysterios to win the tag team titles. Fast forward a year later, almost a year later, and they ended up unifying both the Raw and the SmackDown tag team titles. So now they're 8-time champions, and with this title run that they had, they've now reached Hall of Fame status. Hall of Fame status. And against a team such as Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, I was thrilled. I was so thrilled to see Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn finally put an end to the Usos. They finally silenced the Usos. Now the burden has been taken off their shoulders, and this was, I'm being honest, this match, 5 stars. 5 stars. Like, you cannot deny how crazy that match was. This was back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Stunner after stunner, kick out after kick out, Uso splash after Uso splash, haluva kick after haluva kick. This was all over the place. And just when you thought the Usos had won, Sami Zayn kicked out numerous times. Kevin Owens got back into the fight, and it took Sami Zayn not 1, not 2, but 3 haluva kicks to Jey Uso to finally pick up the victory. And thus, the Bloodline's practically done. Even though Roman Reigns is still champion, spoiler alert, the Bloodline is just done. The Bloodline is done. I think give it another couple months or so, Roman Reigns will drop the title. I'm being honest. But again, this matchup, 5 stars easy. But now we move into night 2. Night 2, we saw Brock Lesnar face off against Omos in what could possibly have been Brock's last match in WWE. There's been rumors that his time in WWE could be up. Only time will tell. But Omos dominated practically most of the match. But once the match came to a close, Lesnar hit Omos with several German suplexes and an F5 to pick up the victory over the Nigerian giant. I did not think that would happen. There's a reason why Brock Lesnar is known as the Beast Incarnate. And if you guys watched WrestleMania Night 2 last night, you guys know why. This one, 3.5 stars. I'm not saying anything else about it. No, there's not much else to say. I think this was a great way to get Omos over with the fans, even though he's a heel. It was a great way for Brock Lesnar to help Omos get over with the fans, and I think this matchup basically proved it. It proved that Omos has the potential to be a world champion, in my honest opinion. But again, 3.5. Did I say 3 stars or 3.5? I think 3.5. 3.5 stars easy. Next up, we had the women's WrestleMania Showcase match between the team of Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez, the team of Natalya and Shotzi, the team of Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler, and Karen Mania, as I like to call them, Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. This was probably the worst match of the card, but I'm gonna give it 2 stars. I'm being optimistic here, people. 2 stars with the fact that we saw Raquel Rodriguez powerbomb Liv Morgan, or rather threw Liv Morgan into a pool of WWE superstars. We saw Natalya apply a sharpshooter on both Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville. It was back and forth, but I'm only giving it 2 stars because of the way it ended. Ronda Rousey did not even do anything. She did nothing but make Shotzi tap out. That's it. 2 stars, plain and simple. Next up, the Intercontinental title. Gunther, Sheamus, Drew McIntyre. Yeah, that was probably one of the greatest Intercontinental title matches I've seen in a while. Drew McIntyre and Gunther chopping the living fuck out of each other. Sheamus hitting Drew McIntyre with 10 beats of the Battering. More like almost 30. It was back and forth. And this was a match to prove. This match was a match that Gunther needed to win. Because obviously he won. But by winning, he's now etched his name in history as the greatest Intercontinental Champion since the Honky Tonk Man. And you guys know the Honky Tonk Man was Intercontinental Champion for a long time. In fact, I want to see about something. Honky. I'm on Bing trying to see how long to see if okay, so 454 days. Okay, so So the Honky Tonk Man has held the title for 454 days. So right now, Gunther is what, 293, 294? So let's see. Let's see. Let me go onto my calculator on my phone really quickly. So 454. So right now, Gunther is now at 281 days after last night, and right now, Gunther is 173 days away from breaking the Honky Tonk Man's record. So if he does that, he will go down in history as the greatest Intercontinental Champion ever. Like, no shot. There's no shot that he doesn't break it. I believe he will. I truly believe he will break it. And that triple threat match was incredible because that's an easy 5 stars. Plain and simple, easy 5 stars. Not much else to say about that. Now the question becomes, where do Drew McIntyre and Sheamus go from here? Do they try to go after the title again, or do they just continue, or do they continue being a team and they try to go after Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and the undisputed tag team titles, or maybe they end up just going their separate ways, and we might not see them team up again. Who knows? Only time will tell. That match, 5 stars easy. Next up, the Raw Women's Title, Bianca Belair and Asuka. What I find interesting is that every time Asuka competes at WrestleMania, she always loses. Why, I don't know. WrestleMania 34 in New Orleans, she lost to Charlotte Flair. WrestleMania 35 in the women's WrestleMania in the WrestleMania Women's Battle Royal, she got eliminated. WrestleMania 36 inside the PC when there was nobody allowed to show up. Excuse me. Her and Kairi Sane lost the women's tag team titles. WrestleMania 37, Raymond James Stadium, she lost the Raw Women's title to Rhea Ripley. Last year, she missed out. She was injured. So she's 0-5. 0-5 at WrestleMania, which is not good for her career. It really isn't. But Bianca Belair is now 3 and I believe 1? 3-1? Yeah, I believe 3-1 now at WrestleMania. This will be her 4th WrestleMania appearance competing. And Bianca Belair just had an awesome showing. Awesome showing. Great way to pin 2 friends, one another, going at it. This was an instant classic. This was an easy 4-star match. Now, Bianca Belair has now reached a full calendar year as the Raw Women's Champion. The question now becomes, where does Bianca go from here? Will we see her, lose her title before she breaks Becky Lynch's record? Who knows? Only time will tell. But I will say Bianca Belair will now go down in history as one of the greatest Raw Women's Champions since Becky Lynch. And that's saying a lot of people. That is saying quite a bit. But again, 4 stars easy. Next up, we had another impromptu Miz match. This time it was against Shane McMahon. Shane got injured. Snoop Dogg took over and punched Miz in the face, not once, not twice, but 3 times, and also hit the Miz with the people's elbow, and that was that. That was just that was that. All I'm gonna say is that The Miz should have learned his lesson. I don't think he will. I don't think he will, guys. I don't think he will, ladies and gentlemen. But if this is one that didn't want to rate, but if I had to rate it, I'll give it 2.5 stars. I think Miz could have had a much better showing, but I think tonight on Raw he'll probably show up in embarrassment. Who knows? Next up we have Edge and the Demon Finn Balor. I showed you guys what the Demon looked like with the purple face paint. That's the Demon as a heel. I never thought that we would ever get to see a heel version of the Demon ever. I never would have imagined, but we did, as Edge went to war with the Demon inside Hell in a Cell, and they actually brought back the silver Hell in a Cell, not the red one. The red one was cool, but the silver one will always be better. I'm not saying anything else about this match except the fact that it was a war. It was a fucking war. This was the only way to end the rivalry between Edge and the Judgment Day. Now Edge can finally put the Judgment Day behind him and just focus on what he wants to do. Maybe we could see him have one more title run, which is possible, but who knows? This is another 5 stars. 5 stars easy. There's no you cannot top this Hell in a Cell match. There is not one Hell in a Cell going forward that will be able to top this one. There isn't. There is not one. But we move into the main event of WrestleMania Sunday, which was Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Cody's very first opportunity at a world title. And what can I say? What can I say? I think Roman Reigns has proved my theory right. I said it before. I will say it again. Roman Reigns is afraid. He is a scared little man, and he cannot defend his title on his own. He just can't, because he knows if he defended the title on his own, he would lose. He would. He would lose the title on his own. He would lose the title. So closing moments. The Bloodline stepped up, saved him. What else is there to say? But aside from that, Cody Rhodes proved to Roman Reigns that Cody is at the top of his game. This was Cody's first loss ever in WWE since coming back last year. So now the question becomes, where does Cody Rhodes go from here? The answer? Wherever the hell he wants to. But aside from all the chaos, I think this was another 5-star match. This was an instant classic. I'm not saying anything else about it. There's been rumors going around saying that Roman Reigns is going to be taking time off from WWE just so he can reach 1,000 days as champion. All I gotta say is whoever takes the title off of Roman, best of luck. You're gonna need it. But again, 5 stars for that match. For the whole card itself, I'm gonna give it 5. I'm actually gonna give it 5. Give it not 5 stars. 4.5 stars. I think some of the matches could have been better. could have ended differently, but I think with each match, could there have been a different outcome? For some of them, no. But for most of them, yes. I think the ones that could have had a different outcome, probably would have been probably I think the main event of night 2 plus the Intercontinental title and the United States title definitely could have had different outcomes, but everything else, I think it was basically everything we had expected. So that brings me to the question of the day, which is this, and it's the same question I brought up from last night. What was your number one favorite match from the card, and what do you think is going to happen tonight on the Raw after WrestleMania? I think for me, my favorite match, definitely my top 3: Hell in a Cell, the Intercontinental title, and the tag team title match. So again, let me know down in the comments below, and that will do it for this week's episode of WWE's Biggest Issue. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure you guys smash that thumbs up button. If you guys are new to the channel and you guys want more episodes, which get posted on Mondays, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification bell, follow me on all of my social media. My ads will be in the description, as will the info to my fan mail. It will also be in the description as well. And on that, this is your boy Nash, signing out.